So, this is my first video on this channel, and my main purpose with this channel is that I want to bestow some sort of wisdom that I can, even though I'm not, super wise or old to tell some people certain things, um, that I think is helpful. And a lot of people want to hear and want to know that they can relate to someone else um, without having to ask for it. Because there's a lot of comfort in knowing that your situation that you are struggling with is seen and recognized and been experienced by someone else. And this being my first video, I think is a perfect segue into the topic I want to talk about today, which is procrastination. And there was a phrase in a video I watched earlier, and it said, what's stopping you from starting now? And that sat with me because I have always been an ambitious person. I have these ambitions about these huge ideas of stuff I want to do in these projects, or, I'm someone who's active a lot, right, in sports and fitness in the gym and stuff like that. And I tell myself, okay, I'm gonna go do this plan. Oh, this month I'm gonna do this new workout regimen. I'm gonna get shredded for summer. Okay, I made this diet plan on my notes app. Okay, I'm gonna follow it and try and stay away from fast foods and all that. And I have these ambitions, but putting them into play, I'm always like, okay, we'll do it. We'll do it tomorrow morning. We'll start tomorrow morning. But why do that, right? And this channel is a complete testimony to that topic itself, because I've had plans to make this channel for probably over a month now that I've had this idea. And I'll tell certain friends, you know, okay, I'm making this channel. Um, I can't wait to be excited. I got all these plans for it. And they're cool, cool, cool. Well, it eventually becomes a boy who cried wolf situation where you tell people things, and not most importantly other people, but yourself. You tell yourself that you got these big plans for yourself. You hype up this idea of yours, and you make yourself like you're about to be something and be someone, and you don't really do anything about it. And that's the worst type of person to be. I think it's good to be on either end of the spectrum. I think if you're um, ambitious, that's great. That's great. You should do that. If you're ambitious and you actually have determination and you're not lazy and you go for these ideas you have, that's perfect. Also, if you're content, if you like your life where you're at and you don't see a lot of change because you like the situation you're like where you sit, that's good too, right? But the middle ground, and where I find myself laying the most, of being ambitious but not taking action, is the worst. It's the worst place to be, because not only are you all bark no bite, but you're just letting these great ideas that could flourish into something just sit and become absolutely nothing. You can tell yourself all you want that this year you're going to get your money up. You're going to go get that job you want. You're going to uh, go do some recruitment for your sport. Go talk to that girl. Go make a social media page and promote what you like. But if you don't actually do it, one, it's never going to fucking happen. And two, someone's going to beat you to it. Quit telling yourself, okay, I'll do it, but yeah, I have this idea, I'll start tomorrow. You don't gotta start tomorrow. Okay, I'll start at 7:30 today. I'm gonna drink my first glass of water. Why not start at 7:20? Why put off these ideas? And what people should start putting into practice, and me too, I'm guilty of this as well, is do something the second you have an idea of it, right? This video that I'm recording right now is pretty much a spontaneous idea from my friend. I'm not gonna drop his name on here. But once again, I told him, I said, all right, I got this idea, I'm gonna do it. But he knows me. He knows I've talked to him about these ideas before in the past, and I don't ever put them into fruition. And he's like, why don't you, I say you just do it. I say you just go do this project. Instead of telling me you're gonna do it, speak with your actions. That is a valuable skill for the rest of life in any field, is talk with your actions, not your mouth. You shoot your shot before you aim it. I mean, that's not the smartest way to put it, but you get the idea, right? That if you just put yourself out there, right, the worst that could happen is doesn't work. You try again another way, or you try again later. But you got to shoot your shot. And that goes in so many modes of life, right? So I'd say about a year ago, I had this job that I eventually quit. Um, I was just tired of it, and I also had my sports season coming up, and I just didn't have the time for it at the time. So when season ended and I still didn't have a job, I didn't want to go back there. And I told myself, you know what? I'm gonna own a business. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna create something. And I eventually landed on the idea of car detailing. I was super into the idea of it. I loved the thought of, oh, I gotta be in cars and do all that stuff. And it seemed like, oh, it's really good money and it's like hands-on work, which I had never minded doing. And um, so I got to work. I say got to work, but I really just went on YouTube videos and searched up what I need to do, right? What you should be doing. I even had a notes list on my phone of all the products with specific names and prices all on it. All of this planning work. I've always been a planner, right? But I never got to actually doing it. I never got to, all right, you know what? I'm not just going to keep writing my notes anymore. I'm going to go to the store and just buy them. How about that? How about I just go by the store, get some soap, and just try to wash a car? No, I got obsessed in the details and credentials of it that it took me probably almost 2 months longer from my initial idea of making a company to actually do something about it. It took so long to go for this idea that I had because I was just lazy. And it ended up working for me. The plan was great. I make money from it. It's a fun thing that I do, and I love what I work for, and I love it. But my message is that do your ideas when you get them. They don't need to be put off because the worst that can happen is they flop and you, oh man, that didn't work, and you try it again. Because more often than not, your ideas are better than you think. It doesn't have, why not now? Why not do your project? Why not create that channel? Why not tell that person how you feel, right? Because what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? Someone says no to you, it flops. So next time you get an idea, next time you feel like you got some ambition, go for it. And don't be scared to shoot your shot.